There we go. Recorder's all running. Good morning, good son Bobby, Mike, Fred, JW, Mike, Joe. How you guys doing? Well, welcome everybody here. What is this? Monday, July 15th, 2024. Almost forgot. Hey, could be a crazy day if you know what I mean. Let me try to make my bullish case here on the market. Let's talk about this for the next few minutes. So, I had a lot of time here yesterday. I'm a bachelor for a week. Okay, so I'm here, and I when I'm a bachelor, I tend to spend a lot of time in front of the computer, doing crazy things, just because I've got nothing else to do. So. And all my honey-do stuff, I'll do that the very last day. I'll just get everything done the last day. But one thing I was looking at yesterday is, what's the best way to make a bullish or bearish case? And I think I work pretty hard trying to keep it simple. And over the years, I've done that. And that's just because I'm not a very complicated person. I don't like drama. And I like just getting to the point. Somebody can start telling me a story, and in the middle, I'll just say, "What's your point?" Because I just don't want to hear the story. I don't care. Okay. So let's try to make a bullish case out of this market. Here's the SPY. Price is above the T line. T line is above the trend indicator. End of story. Qs. I'm gonna get my tool. It takes longer to get my tool than to do anything. Price is above the T line. T line is above the trend indicator. Okay. What I forgot to mention on the SPY is, and I'll do it right here, is we have a bullish trend. Notice we're grinding up. That's a bullish trend. Okay. IYT. Look at the transports. While they are running flat, they've gone from down to flat, but notice what's happening. Price above the T line, which is above the trend indicator. Okay. IWM. This is my bullish case for the market. This is why I think we should remain bullish. Price above the T line above the trend indicator. But let's hold up for a second right here, okay? That meets the criteria. But here's where there is a really cool little tool, secret tool, and it is secret. Everybody has the tool, but not everybody uses the tool in trading. And here it is. The tool is common sense, okay? Not everyone uses that tool. Try using it. Common sense tells me that if we've been up this much, we are likely to see some pullback. And what happens now is we start to see a little bit of a pullback. Oh, and by the way, we can go higher before we pull back. But when we start to pull back, those that don't have the common sense, they start screaming and puckering up like the market is about to get bearish. Oh my God. Look at the chart. Every time price gets away from the T line, look what happens. It comes back to it. Now, I use the T line. If you want to use something else, that's perfectly fine. I proved to myself years ago that the T line was the way to go. Over the years, more and more and more educators have now adopted it. It is incredible. It is extremely flattering to me. Extremely. But the amount of educators that now use it. I'm even seeing educators now use the 17 with green dots. Do you know that? That is extremely flattering to me. And I'm glad because it works, and I hope they use it. I wish everybody would use it because it works. It helps keep you on the right side of the trade. Now, what it doesn't do is necessarily help you trade. Doesn't necessarily do that. It just keeps you on the right side of the trade. Okay? So when I look at IWM, I'm on the right side of the trade, but the timing may be off because we're way too far from the T-line and the trend indicator down here. So we want to watch that. Be a little careful, okay? What else? Let's look at the VIX. There is no fear in the VIX. You know, I've heard for years that when the VIX gets so low, we're going to move up. In fact, I used to know people that would trade long the VIX when it got low without any signal at all, because it did. When it got low, it would pop up. And when it got too high, they would short it because it would go down. Had nothing to do with candlesticks, had nothing to do with trend or anything. This is a new world we live in. New world. That is not true nowadays. But it is true that there is no fear in this chart, in this indicator. I use it as an indicator. No fear. T2123, right here, 60-minute chart, looking bullish. Okay, let's put it up here. T2123, let's change it. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Look at that. That's bullish. Price above the T-line, T-line above the trend indicator. All looking good. So this is my bullish argument for the market. Now, for the trader that says, well, we're overbought and we are likely to pull back, I don't really disagree with you. I think your timing sucks, but I don't necessarily disagree with you. Okay? We are going to have a pullback, so buckle up someday, but not, well, I shouldn't say not today. It could happen today. But what do you see in the chart there that would suggest it's today? And see, that's what we can't do. We can't predict. That gets us in trouble. We can't predict. Let's trade the trend, trade the chart patterns, trade the candlestick price action. Use some common sense. Let's take a look at Mara. Mara is one that I've been chasing. I've been doing this because this is the actual name of one of my grandkids. So now Mara is back in the game. Look what it did Friday. Massive, beautiful. Price above the T-line, T-line above the trend indicator, right? We're coming out of this sideways consolidation. Starting to look pretty good here. Wish I was still in it. I plan to be in it. So what I'm going to do here is put a line right there. This top. So over 22.27, 72, 22.70. I'll look to buy this. There's two possible buys. One is not necessarily better than the other, but that's one place I'm going to look to buy it. The next place is if Mara was to pull back a little bit, and then give me signs of bullishness, I might buy it down here too. Because if I buy it down here, that gives me a run to make some money up. But right now, I'm pushed up against trouble. I want to stay away from trouble. Okay? So, at least I can make some money here from the lows to trouble. And now, when it breaks out, I can start to look at more, or that might be the buy. Let's look at the weekly chart on this, just what it looks like. Look at that. We start to break out. Look at this high up here we can possibly get to, 31 bucks. Man, that's a lot of money. Yeah, 38% on that. So Mara is high on our list now today. Take a look at BKD. BKD is a contender. So when we look at trades, one thing I'm looking at is, you know, it's one thing to be in the middle of the day and have the scanner, the live trading alert scanner, alert that there's a trade firing off. And you hop into that trade and you kind of want it to just keep on going. You know, that is nice, isn't it? But when we're just looking at static charts, market's not open, nothing doing, all we're doing is looking at the chart. And I really have no, I mean, way deep down inside, really, really deep. I mean, I have that, okay, we buy this and it just takes off today. That would be nice. But the truth is, that's not going to happen, okay? That's not what I look for. When I'm looking for charts, I'm looking for charts set up or poised to move in the direction that I want it to move. Well, this looks like a pretty bullish chart right here. I like this. Now, we need to get through this troubled area, don't we? So, two ways to do it. We could actually wait for that pullback, and if it sets up, gives us a buy signal, we can buy it up to trouble. Then above trouble, we can also buy it up there. Let's see, do I have my, yeah, we're just making sure. So above $7.60, I'm looking for a buy on this. So we wait patiently. This is why why I preach so much to have a watch list. It is so important to drill down from the hundreds of stocks that's out there that you can't possibly watch all at one time. I don't care how much AI crap you have. You can't do it. Put it on a watch list, and now you can manage it. Okay? So when it sets up, you can be in it. Take a look at X. X is trying to get our attention down here, and my attention it has. Here we've gone from a downtrend to a nice little uptrend. Big bullish candle here. Rallied up to the 200, pulled back to the trendicator. And now, pre-market here, we're coming over the dotted deuce in the 200 period moving average. Nice J hook. Love those chart patterns. Nice J hook chart pattern here. So I'm thinking we need to take a serious look at X. Now I'm going to come over to this high. I'm going to draw a line like that. From that high down to this low, here's the 50% retracement. This is going to be one of the first targets right in that area. Excuse me, right in that area. Second target. Now, when you put these targets up here, please note, they're not engraved in stone. Adjust them if you need to. For instance, I come over here and I see price. I'm going to adjust that thing down because price is one of the most important thing there is on a chart. I might even kind of bring that one up a little bit. There you go. So there's some targets I'm going to be looking at right there for X. NVIDIA. Now I'm currently holding NVIDIA. NVIDIA is on the edge of either coming out bullish or falling apart. We'll see. So what's going to make the difference on NVIDIA? The difference is what is price going to do with our averages? Because the moving averages, they are trend lines. Don't let anybody kid you that they're not. They are trend lines. So as long as they hold my trend lines, I'm holding NVIDIA. They break my trend lines, then I'm going to have to make a decision. Close the NVIDIA long and maybe buy a NVIDIA short. Okay? But right now, let's make the bullish argument. Price is above the T-line. T-line is above the trendicator. Let's make the bearish argument. Oh, I can't, can I? So don't use your gut. Don't use your feeling. Don't listen to a bunch of people that think they know what they're talking about on CNBC and all those places. And please don't get me wrong. I listen to them all the time. But they're not traders. They are investors. They look at numbers we don't even consider. So what they say absolutely could be right, but it doesn't fit our timeline. Okay? So our timeline is all about what the candlestick / price is doing in relationship to the trend. And the trend we use is the T-line and the trendicator. That's our main two trend lines. And you can see here that the trend is still up. Price is above the T-line. T-line's above the trendicator. Well, what about these prices right here? These candlesticks, they're ugly. What about that little, angled downtrend right there. That's ugly. You're right. It is. But until it confirms, it is what it is. And it is still making a long argument until it's not. And when it's not, believe me, I'll be the first person to jump on a short here on NVIDIA if it starts breaking down. Because if it does, I'll be looking at it coming toward the 50-period moving average. Let's take a look at AMD here. AMD is set up. We were, I don't know what's right, in AMD. We sold AMD for a very nice profit. I'm looking to buy AMD back. It's setting up now right about or just above the 50% retracement line. The trend is working. Intel, I am back in Intel. Intel is holding up. Intel's just moving sideways here. Again, what about that big ugly candle right there? Candlesticks like Price, sometimes they can get a hold of some really bad drugs, all right? And they just kind of go crazy. That's kind of go crazy right there. That's too much tequila, man. The trend is still bullish. Price can bounce around like a fish out of water. But overall, what's happening here? The trend is up. Price is above the T-line. T-line is above the trend indicator. Let's keep trading simple. How hard is that? That is super, super simple. I also want to share, and then we're going to cut it off here. For members, please, members, trial members, get that app downloaded. If you don't have the app downloaded, you're missing the boat, okay? I will send out a test alert in just about a minute and a half when I shut down here. This is a test. If you got that, then you're good to go. But if you didn't receive that, then you really need to get that app downloaded. It will be so beneficial. One, I post everything that I buy and sell, and during the day, I'll post a couple of stocks that might be setting up. Worth a look, okay? So grab that app. In the meantime, let's all catch up back here in about 30 minutes when the market opens up, all right? You guys take care. Thanks a bunch.